Hey dudes and dudettes, here with another Path of Exile video for you, and this is another unique video. Again, we'll read it and then go over the builds that it's used with, some of the lore, and the cool ways to use it. Okie doke. The Supreme Truth Crystal Scepter. One-handed mace. Quality plus 20%. Physical damage 63 to 95. Critical strike chance 6.8%. Attacks per second 1.32. Requires level 41, 59 strength, and 136 intelligence. Now the intelligence is the steep part here. You'll see in the mods that the reason it gets so steep, and let's get to the mods. 20% increased elemental damage, that's not bad. Plus 1 to level of gems in this item. 91% increased physical damage. 10% increased attack speed. 5% increased experience gain. 20% increased elemental damage, and 60% increased intelligence requirement. You see there the reason the intelligence requirement is so high on this. Now, the build that I use this with this scepter with is my Righteous Fire build. And for that reason, it was the increased experience gain is good, but the 40% overall increased elemental damage is just very big for my my Righteous Fire build that has spells that go off when cast when damage taken. This can also be used for anyone that is going to be using more of an elemental damage type build that wants a little increased experience. I can think of maybe that lightning strike move. It's not going to be big on those, but I think the best build that I've come up with for it would be the Righteous Fire. So that's my take on the Supreme Truth item for builds wise. The other thing that it can be used for is for people using it as a cosmetic effect, and I'll show you why. It looks really cool, as you can see there. It has that cool glow on it, a little orb in it, and it doesn't look bad. It's pretty cool. You can see that it's grabbing like it's like a piece of metal with that inside of it. And now let's get to the lore. This is a cool one. Knowledge brings power, and with power you can grab truth by the throat and shape it as you wish. Now, I would say that what it means by that is, if you've ever studied any kind of history or anything like that, if you have the power, you can hush people up. Even if they want to tell the truth, like, oh, this is bad for us, they'll be like, we've got power, we've got the money, you're going to shush, you're going to be quiet. You know, I take from that from instant. As it tying to the mods, I can't say what the mods have to do with the lore on it. But I can say that the Supreme Truth, it has something to do with the name. The Supreme Truth is power, you know, because it designates what the truth is. It'll make, you know, it has the power to say, you'll say this is the truth. And you get to, you know, even if it's a lie, who's going to argue with the man in power, you know? And that the masses will believe it if, you know, if they get enough scientists in fear and say, you're going to say this, and the scientists say it, the masses will believe it, style stuff. Pretty cool, you know, in that sense. You know, you got to think, wow, it's totally blowing my mind with the political intrigue and stuff like that. Like, what are we being told that's a lie? And Chittis was one of those, saying, oh, gems, you know, socket yourself with gems and, you know, stuff like that, and it'll be great, you'll be immortal. And then we see in Act 3 that they're all mutated and stuff, and why the rebellion was partly going against him and stuff. So it's pretty cool on that sense. It looks awesome. It's great for a Righteous Fire build, and especially my cast when damage taken one, and it has pretty cool lore around it. So I hope you found that awesome as I did, and take care, be safe, and be cool to each other.